Anurag sir, class happened, not happened?
Not taken.
A student informed?
No, I'll inform. 1 minute, again
Huh.
I'll go to like,
Huh.
I'll come back and.
Better. One student came, one participant came.
Coming, sir. Okay.
Slowly they will come. So good evening. Okay, coming slowly. So, good afternoon everyone. How are all of you? All well? I think today, due to technical glitch, class is not happen right now. One day mic was not working, another day. I think network is a issue, internet not coming. Okay, ji. So anyhow, let's start. So probably we are discussing on meristematic tissue. Am I right now? Yeah, I am fine. Meristematic tissue we are discussing. Right, some basic idea we have told about the meristem. Na? Now I am just trying to explain the two diagram given in the meristematic tissue. Right now, two diagram given in meristematic tissue. I am just writing somehow the modified version of the diagram. So one diagram is like this. One diagram is like this. Suppose that here who is there? Shoot apical meristem are there. Who is there? Shoot apical meristem is there. Now if you talk about this shoot apical meristem, who is arising? Leaf primordia is arising. Who is this? Leaf primordia. Leaf primordia. These leaf primordia arise from SAM and give rise to leaves. Formation of leaf occur from leaf primordia, and these leaf primordia arise from shoot apical meristem. Beside of that, from shoot apical meristem, who is arising? Axillary word is arising. So this is what basically axillary word. So who is forming the axillary word? It is left out cell of shoot apical meristem. And when these axillary words show the activity, axillary word responsible for formation of new branches or flower. So here I want to say you a possible function of SAM, shoot apical meristem. So SAM is responsible for three type of work. One, increase in length of plant. Increase in length of plant. Another, formation of new leaf. New leaf also arise from the SAM. And third function, formation of axillary bud. So either it is the leaf or axillary word, both arise from which one? SAM, shoot apical meristem. Actually what happened? Suppose that this is a meristematic cell and this is dividing. So how they divide? One cell converted into two cell. Out of two cell, one cell remain meristematic, one converted into permanent. Means not divide. Later on permanent cell will not divide. Who divide once again? Meristematic cell into two part, meristem and permanent. So whose number is not increasing? Meristematic cell number is not increasing. Whose number is increasing? When meristematic cell divide, permanent cell is increasing. So here NCERT want to show you one thing. When SAM divide, SAM have which type of cells? Meristematic cell. So when they divide, new cell form, and these new cells are what? Permanent cell. So when permanent cell form, what happens? Some of the cell left behind. Suppose that it is the older SAM, and now plant undergoes in growth. Now here is the shoot apical meristem. So now in this region what happened? They are telling some of the cell get left behind, and these all cell are which cell? Permanent cell. Here SAM, most of the SAM cell shifted here, and some of the SAM left behind it, and here it is forming which one? Axillary word. Understanding the idea or not? So axillary word is what? Left out cell of which one? SAM. Actually when SAM divide, new cell form, and who push up? SAM push up. Suppose that thousands of shoot apical meristems are there. So few cell not pushed. So they remain at the old position and they are forming which one? Axillary word. Picture came, understanding came about the axillary word or not? Tell me. Axillary word picture came or not came? Or should I give you another example for better understanding? Pin your answer. Axillary word is the left out cell of the shoot apical meristem. It is done or not done? Tell me. Done. Now we are moving ahead. Now in NCERT there is another diagram given. And this is a diagram of RAM is given. So when you see the meristem, you will find meristem have three different type of layer. Meristem have how many different type of layer? Three different type of layer is present in the meristem. Look here. So this is the magnified image of root apical meristem. It is root cap. And this is a diagram of root apical meristem. This is a diagram of which one? Root apical meristem. What you are finding? Outermost, so root apical meristem, what you are finding? Divided into three zones. The outermost zone is called protoderm. You see the NCERT diagram. Outermost layer of the RAM, root apical meristem, is called which one? Protoderm. Just inside the protoderm, it is ground meristem. And innermost part is what? Basically procambium. And this procambium is what? Central cylinder. It is central cylinder. So RAM, and it is root cap. So how many layer, when you are studying under microscope, root apical meristem, how many layer you are finding? Three type of layer are there. Outer protoderm, middle ground meristem, and innermost is called procambium and central cylinder. Now give your attention. This protoderm give rise to give rise to epidermal tissue system. In plant, three type of tissue system are there. So out of three type of tissue system, one type of tissue system, that is epidermal tissue system, is formed by which layer of root apical meristem? Protodermal layer of root apical meristem. Now if we talk about ground meristem, which one? Ground meristem. These ground meristem form ground tissue system. So ground tissue system in the plant is formed by ground meristem, second layer from outside. And the innermost layer, central cylinder or procambium, it develop into vascular tissue system. So all three type of tissue system develop from three different layers of which one? Root apical meristem. Root also have tissue system, shoot also have tissue system. So I am just telling you about these three layers of the root apical meristem forming three different tissue system in the plant. Protoderm forming epidermal tissue system, ground meristem forming ground tissue system, and procambium or central cylinder forming vascular tissue system. So that diagram of the NCERT also decoded or not? It is done. The two diagrams is given. One is leaf primordia, shoot apical meristem, axillary word, and another these three layers. So all three layers is decoded clearly. Can we move ahead? Can we move ahead? Yes. So now meristem is over. Now we are going to talk about permanent tissue. Permanent tissue. So what are the character of the permanent tissue? Cells are differentiated. And cells usually not divide. Not divide. Got the idea? These are the characteristic feature of permanent tissue. So if we talk about permanent tissue, it is of two types. One is simple permanent tissue. And another is complex permanent tissue. Complex permanent tissue. So if you talk about simple permanent tissue, it is made up of only one type of cell. And complex permanent tissue, it is made up of, why the name complex? More than one type of cell. More than one type of cells. And these cells work in a coordinated. Cells work in a coordinated manner. Means their function are coordinated. Got the idea? Their work are coordinated in the complex tissue. Now we are going to talk about the type of simple permanent tissue. As you know, it is of three types. Parenchyma, Collenchyma, and Sclerenchyma. So these three are These three are which one? Simple permanent tissue. Parenchyma, collenchyma and sclerenchyma. Got the idea? One student writing Dhyaneswari, sir, in NCERT, interfascicular cambium gives as lateral meristem. In a study class, you told that it is primary meristem, so secondary growth. Can you please clear this point? I have some confusion. One of your friend have message, so let me tell you. I am coming on the answer of the question. I think someone also have the doubt about the interfascicular cambium. So look here, I am just giving a clarification. I told it earlier also. Intrafascicular cambium, not inter, it is intrafascicular cambium. Is white color one. Is intrafascicular cambium. And it is which kind of meristem? Primary meristem. Or low position is what? Lateral meristem. Here usually students have confusion, that's the reason I am giving clarity. It is interfascicular cambium. It is secondary meristem. It is also lateral meristem. Because they are, right now, they are forming vascular cambium ring. So I told usually NCERT wrote what? NCERT wrote lateral meristem. And they wrote which meristem? Secondary. I am also telling lateral meristem or secondary meristem, but exception is there. Exception is what? Intrafascicular cambium. It is a lateral meristem. It is also called which one? Cylindrical meristem. Just a moment. Hello. I'm asking sir, so I'm in class, so as I get free, I will tell you. Yeah. Exception is what? Intrafascicular cambium, and one I wrote which one? Marginal meristem. Otherwise, lateral meristem or secondary meristem. That line you are confusing. That line you are confusing. NCERT wrote lateral meristem or secondary meristem. I do agree. But exceptions are there. Keep in mind. And what is the exception? Even marginal meristem not written at your level, so don't confuse. Simply write about intrafascicular cambium is a lateral but primary meristem and involved in secondary growth. Clear? Done? Yes. Now I am going to move on parenchyma. Because three type of simple tissue we have seen, so we are going to talk about parenchyma. So what are important about parenchyma we have to keep in mind. So first thing, it is living tissue. Second thing, it is most primitive permanent tissue. Most primitive permanent tissue. It is a universal tissue. Or fundamental tissue. These all lines not written in NCERT. Fundamental tissue. What written in NCERT, I am writing with another color for your better understanding. So cell wall thin and pectocellulosic. Means made up of cellulose and pectin. Cell wall thin. Right. Who is present? Vacuole is present. And usually vacuole size is larger. Is present. Third thing is cell wall thin and pectocellulosic, vacuole is present. Third thing you have to keep in mind is intercellular space is either absent or small. If present, it is a small intercellular space. So there are two possibilities of the intercellular space. Either it is absent or it is small. Got the idea? So it forms bulk of primary plant body. It forms bulk of primary plant body. Who form bulk of primary plant body? Parenchyma form bulk of primary plant body. How I am saying like this? So in plant body, epidermis, general cortex, endodermis, these are the layer in the plant. Pericycle, pith or medulla, pith or medullary ray, later on xylem, then where phloem. In all these, who is present? In all these, parenchyma is present. It doesn't mean everywhere only parenchyma is there, another tissue also there, but these are the layer of the plants. In these layer, who is present? Parenchyma is present. At least these three are totally parenchymatous. It is totally parenchymatous. This one, pith or pith rays is parenchymatous. Totally. Pericycle have two possibility. Parenchyma in stem, parenchyma or sclerenchyma. Xylem and phloem have which one? Both parenchyma and sclerenchyma. Understanding the idea or not? Understanding the idea or not? So what I am telling, कि these are the layers of the plant. In almost layer, who is present? If we not talk about one or two layer, who is present? Parenchyma is present. And that is the reason I am telling, it is forming the which one? It is forming the bulk of the plant body. Understanding the idea or not? So parenchyma is the first evolved permanent tissue. And that is the reason I wrote it is most primitive. That is the reason I wrote fundamental. So first from meristem, parenchyma develop. Remaining tissue develop after that from the parenchyma. And that is the reason we are telling it universal tissue, or it is a which one? It is a primitive tissue, fundamental tissue. Understanding the idea or not? So what are the important character you have seen in the parenchyma? Is it there in your mind or did you forget it? So the important character we discussed here is cell wall thin and pectocellulosic, vacuole is present, intercellular space is either absent or if it is present it is small, it forms bulk of primary plant body. Getting the idea or not? Now we are going to talk about function of parenchyma. What we are going to discuss? Function of parenchyma. Have a look. So first function I am writing storage of food. So wherever food is stored, who is present? Parenchyma is present. Now I am writing some modified function. Modified function of the parenchyma I am writing, or modification of parenchyma. Modification of parenchyma. So first modification I am writing Sclerenchyma, not Parenchyma. Sclerenchyma. Who is present? Chloroplast present. And when chloroplast present, Sclerenchyma is a modified parenchyma. It performs photosynthesis. It performs photosynthesis. Understanding the idea now? Example of this is mesophyll cell of leaf. In leaves, mesophyll cell have which one? Palisade and spongy parenchyma. They are also called Sclerenchyma because they are doing photosynthesis, na? Called Sclerenchyma. Understood or not understood? In leaf, mesophyll cell is there, na? In mesophyll cell, who occur? Photosynthesis occur because mesophyll cell have chloroplast. So there who is there? Parenchyma is there. So normal parenchyma don't have chloroplast. It is a modified parenchyma. They contain chloroplast and they are performing the photosynthesis. So this parenchyma is called which one? Sclerenchyma. Understanding came? So first modification came. Now I am telling you about the second modification of parenchyma, and that is ARUN. That is ARUN. ARUN store air present in hydrophytes. Store air present in which one? Hydrophytes. Who is there? ARUN. They are storing the air. Third type of parenchyma is mucilage parenchyma. These parenchyma secrete mucilage. Secrete mucilage. Got the idea? Secrete mucilage. Example where it is present? In leaves of aloe. Aloe vera you have seen? When you cut the leaf of aloe vera, mucilaginous watery things came. That is also a modified parenchyma. That is called which one? Mucilage parenchyma. So what are the modified function parenchyma can do? Parenchyma can do which modified function? Photosynthesis. Second, air storage. Third, secretion. And what are the main function of the parenchyma? Storage of food. Storage of food. Understanding the idea? These are the main functions of the parenchyma. Clarity came? Understanding came? So who is over? Parenchyma is over. So what are the key points you don't forget from parenchyma? First thing, intercellular space may present, may absent. If present, it is small. Second important things, cells are living, cell wall thin, cellulosic. Got the idea or not? Now another In parenchyma, the very least priority area is also there. Before function, I am telling one thing about the least priority area of the parenchyma. And I hope you understand what I am talking about, shape of parenchyma. So what we have to write, cells are isodiametric. Cells are isodiametric. It may be oval, spherical, polygonal, and or elongated. So these are the shape. Usually people don't ask question from here. So this is the least priority area. Getting the things or not for asking the question. Most priority question from parenchyma is it form the bulk tissue of the plant. Yeah, one thing I forget to write, it may be round. You can write it is may be round, very good. Got the idea? So main question is intercellular space is either absent or present. Cell wall thin cellulosic. A storage in function forming bulk of the plant body. Is it clear in the mind? Is it all right? Understood? Right. So parenchyma, if you want to draw, you can draw like this. And I am just telling who is there. This is which one? Intercellular space. So parenchyma is over. Now we are talking about which one? Collenchyma. Give your attention. Collenchyma. It is called living mechanical tissue. It provides mechanical support as well as it is living tissue. It is living mechanical tissue. Understood the idea or not? Living mechanical tissue. Shape, it may be which one? Spherical, round, or polygonal, etc. So these are the shape of the which one? Collenchyma. Now what are important, very important in collenchyma is intercellular space absent. It is collenchyma, not chlorenchyma. Intercellular space is absent. Why it is absent? Due to deposition of cellulose, hemicellulose, and pectin at corner of cell. At corner of cell. And mainly pectin. Who is mainly? Pectin mainly. I am writing in bracket. Mainly which one? Pectin. At corner of the cell. So it is very important character of the collenchyma. Intercellular space is absent. Assertion people ask, in collenchyma intercellular space is absent. Reason they will give, the corner of the cells of collenchyma is highly thickened. Correct explanation will go or incorrect explanation will go? What will go? Assertion. Collenchyma, in collenchyma intercellular statement is, in collenchyma intercellular space is absent. Second statement, that is which one? Reason statement. Thickening occur at the corner of cell in collenchyma. Both are true and correct explanation. So in collenchyma, who is absent? Intercellular space is absent. Why it is absent? Due to deposition of cellulose, hemicellulose and pectin mainly at the corner of cell. Look at diagram. This is one cell, this is another cell, this is another cell, this is another cell. You just assume these are center of the cell. So at corner of the cell, thickening occur, more thickening occur. So corner area is more thick, and due to thickening at the corner, who is not there? No intercellular space. So in parenchyma, intercellular space may present, but no intercellular space present in which one? Collenchyma. No intercellular space is present in which one? Collenchyma. So you tell me one thing, can I write cell wall of collenchyma is not uniformly thick? Means thickness vary. At corner it is more thick, and other than corner it is less thick. Can I say about it? It is not more, collenchyma is not uniformly thick. Cell wall is uneven thickness is there. Some at corner more thick cell wall, and in another area less thick cell wall. So these line people can also arise a question. One statement they can give in collenchyma cell wall is not uniformly thick. Statement is correct or wrong? So statement is correct. Understanding the idea? Uniform thickness is not there. Is it all right? Now I am telling location of the collenchyma. Location. I wrote one thing about collenchyma, chloroplast is present. Anywhere I wrote? Not wrote. So in collenchyma, it is a very important character I am writing. I not wrote. Usually, chloroplast is present in collenchymatous cell. Collenchyma. And if chloroplast is there, they do which function? Photosynthesis function. Now I am telling location of the collenchyma. So first location I am writing, it is present in hypodermis of a stem. And which stem? Dicot stem. Either as uniform layer or present in patch. Present in patches. Understood the idea or not? So if we talk about collenchyma, where it is present? It forms hypodermis of dicot stem. Hypodermis of dicot stem is made up of collenchyma. It is a very important line for the exam point of view. Don't forget this line. Hypodermis of the dicot stem is collenchymatous, and in hypodermis either collenchyma present as uniform layer or patches. You try to understand what is the meaning of uniform layer. When there is a complete layers of collenchyma is there, it is called uniform layer. And when collenchyma present like this, here and there, not uniform, it is called patches. And it is which one? Uniform layer. So you understand the meaning of patches or meaning of uniform layer or not? Second thing, what collenchyma, where it is present? So second, it is present on leaf, base and petiole of leaf. So you know na, petiole of the leaf is highly bendable. If leaf flutter, who going to stretch a lot? petiole, but it is not going to break. It is due to which one? Kaima. Got the idea? So function of the Kaima is what basically? Function of the Kaima is, first function I am writing, that is mechanical support, or it is also called living mechanical tissue. It give mechanical support to young part of plant, like leaf when fluttering. Second function, photosynthesis. Second function is photosynthesis. So you got about the Kaima. What are the key point in Kaima? We not forget. Two things. 2-3 things you please don't forget from here. First thing, intercellular space is absent in Kaima due to deposition of cellulose, hemicellulose and pectin, mainly pectin. Second thing, where it is present. So it is present in the hypodermis of dicot stem, hypodermis of dicot stem, hypodermis of dicot stem. 3 times I told. You try to understand the importance level. Understanding the idea. And it is present in the leaf base and petiole of leaf. And it protects the leaf from getting damaged during the fluttering. Understanding the idea or not? So these are about the, and because who is present? Chloroplast is present. Because of who is present? Chloroplast is present. Hence, it do which particular function? It do which particular function? Photosynthesis. So who is over? Kaima is over. Now we are going to talk about a Sclerenchyma. Are we in mood to study? Sclerenchyma. Right. So if we talk about Sclerenchyma, it is dead mechanical tissue. And no one is dead since beginning. It die at maturity. When it become mature, death occur. It is also called main mechanical tissue. Main mechanical tissue. So what are the characters you are finding in the Sclerenchyma cell? Cells are long, elongated, elongated and with pointed end. And you can also write like tube-like with pointed end. Cell wall is thick and lignified. Cell wall is thick and lignified. Protoplast absent. Do you know the meaning of protoplast? Protoplast is equal to cell membrane plus protoplasm. So neither protoplasm is there or not cell membrane is there. So what you are finding, if you look at the structure, you will find the structure like this. It is long, narrow, tube-like with pointed end. And cell wall is thick. And inside the cell wall, who is there? Lumen is there. Inside the cell wall, who is there? Lumen is there. Understanding the idea or not? Inside the cell wall, lumen is there. So cell wall is thick and lignified. Protoplast is absent in the cell, means inside the cell neither. So who is there? Only cell wall is there or cavity is there? That cavity is called lumen. So this is the sclerenchymatous cell. Basic character. Now you are finding cell wall I wrote na, thick and lignified. Now I am writing one more line here only. It contains few or numerous pit. It contains few or numerous pits. If you read the NCERT, you will find this line. Cell wall is thick, lignified, means here who is there? Thick, lignified cell wall. Thick lignified cell wall. And lignin is what? Impermeable. Understanding the idea or not? So actually what's happened? Ki when cell wall become impermeable, cell eat their own protoplasm and they die. And that is the reason wherever cell are lignified, wherever cells are lignified, they are living or dead. Make a thumb rule, they are dead. Lignification kill the cell because their connection to outer world is going to broken and material exchange not occur easy because permeability is going to impact it. Understanding the idea or not? So wherever lignification present in the wall, that cell is living or dead, the cell become dead. Clarity came in the mind? Clarity came in the mind? Now I am going to tell you about the pit, a basic idea about pits. What is pits? So it is depression or cavity present in secondary cell wall. So it is depression or cavity present in the secondary cell wall. What this pits is doing? Function of the pits. It channel the transport of water and mineral. It channels the transport of water and mineral. That is the pits. Now I am drawing a structure of a pit. You will understand it better. So now just try to understand. This is a cell. Assume this is a cell. And this cell divided. Nucleus division occur first. After nucleus division, cell also divide. So when cell divide, who is forming? Phragmoplast. Later on it called cell plate. Later on it called middle lamella. So this is what? Middle lamella. So it is which cell? A cell, it is B cell. So middle lamella, I am asking a question. This line I am drawing here belongs to which cell? A cell or B cell? Answer this question. This line, middle lamella, belongs to A cell or B cell? Two cell is there, na? There is a boundary made. So it belongs to both cell. Well done. It belongs to both cell. Well done. It belongs to A also or B also. Hence we called it cell cement or cementing material between two cell. Cementing material between two cell. Now what happened? Both side primary cell wall form. So these line I am making for which one? Primary cell wall. Primary cell wall A cell, primary cell wall, it belongs to B cell. Now inside of the primary cell wall, which cell wall will form? Secondary cell wall. So secondary cell wall S1, S2, S3, S1, S2, S3 is innermost, S1, S2, S3. Got the idea? Understanding the idea? And this is which wall? Primary cell wall. Yellow color is primary cell wall. It is continuous. So what you are finding here, this secondary cell wall is not continuous. Everywhere, who is not there? Secondary cell wall is not there. Here also S1, S2, S3. Right cell wall, secondary cell wall. So you just try to understand here one thing I am drawing here, just try to give your attention. This is A side of cell wall and this is B side of cell wall. A side of cell wall, B side of cell wall. Is cell wall thickening is everywhere same? Cell wall thickening is not same everywhere, na? Here cavity form or not form? So this cavity form, depression form here is called pit. So you understand what is pit? Pit is a cavity or depression present in the cell wall. Got the idea or not? So these pit or cavity where there, who is absent? Secondary cell wall is absent. So this red and blue color line, this is called pit membrane. So this pit membrane is made up of two things. One is middle lamella and another one is which one? Primary cell wall. Now these A and B are two adjacent cells. In both cell pit are there, na? In both cell pit is there. This is the pit belongs to cell A and this is the pit cell belongs to cell B. So this is called what basically? Pit pair. Usually in the adjacent cell pit are present on the same location and it is called which one? Pit pair. Understanding the idea? It is called pit pair. Is it all right? Is it done? It is called what basically? Pit pair. Clarity came in the mind or not? Right? And now cavity called pit filled. The cavity of the pit is called pit filled. So cavity of the pit. Membrane of the pit, cavity of the pit, pit. You understand the picture about the pit or not? So what is pit basically? It is a depression or cavity present in the secondary cell wall. It's channel that transport on water and mineral between adjacent cell. Water and mineral between adjacent cell. Understanding the idea? So pit came in mind or not? Now I am giving you a basic idea about type of pits. Then I will left the class. Types of pits. Type of a Sclerenchyma we will deal in the next class. So there are two basic type of pits is there. One is simple pit and one is bordered pit. Bordered pit. So how simple pit look in diagram, I am telling you. Look a diagram of simple pit. This is the cell wall. This is what basically cell wall. And this is what pit membrane. Pit membrane. So here I am telling aperture of pit. So pit diameter is everywhere same or different. So if diameter of pit is same everywhere, it is called which kind of pit? Simple pit. Simple pit. So this is the diagram of a simple pit. Now I am telling you a basic idea about bordered pit. I am just simply giving a basic picture, not going to talk much about pit. So here it is. Look the diagram. Here look the diagram. It is cell wall. And here the pit is like this. What you are finding? This aperture is narrow and inner diameter is which one? Wider. So this is which kind of pit? Bordered pit. Understanding the idea or not? So how many type of pit are there? If everywhere, see na? Pit filled is same diameters. It is which one? Simple pit. Here you are finding what? Here you are finding what? This area is what basically less open. This area is more open. So here you are finding what? It is forming a border. See na, it is a border formation occur or not occur? Border formation occur. These are border formation occur. Border formation occur. So such kind of pit is called bordered pits. So later on I will tell you plasmodesmata. Then you will understand better. Through this who is passing? Plasmodesmata is passing. That I will tell you the cell cycle, cell division. Sorry, before cell structure when teaching the cell wall. Understanding the idea or not? So that plasmodesmata I also told. Right now I am simply telling about pit. So what is pit? Pit is a cavity. Pit is a depression present in secondary cell wall. And what are the function of the pit? It channel the water and mineral between adjacent cell. It channel the water and mineral in the adjacent cell. NCERT simply wrote about pit what? Ki pit is present in which one? Cell wall of Sclerenchyma. Few or numerous pit are present in the cell wall of Sclerenchyma. A basic picture about pit came in the mind or not? Is it done? Is it okay? It is all right. So type of Sclerenchyma and complex tissue we will discuss in next class. Okay, ji? Right? Understanding came? Parenchyma, Collenchyma, you understood? Pit, you understood? Right. Thank you very much. Bye-bye. Have a good day to all of you. This is your QR code.